What's up, YouTube? It's Cralisa Victoria back with another video. I am just going to go ahead and get dressed. I have this open house that I'm going to support another fellow realtor, and I am just getting dressed. Literally, this routine took me 5 minutes to put this makeup on. Literally 5 minutes. This is my quick routine when I have somewhere to go, but I want a neutral glam. Excuse the hair. It is just doing its own thing. I'm going to throw it up in a top knot, and then I'm going to be on my way. All the products that I'm using in this video are pretty much just Fenty Stay Naked weightless foundation. I'm also using Fenty matchsticks right here, but I also use some of the Sasha Buttercup highlight, and then I went ahead and used my Better Than Sex mascara once I got in the car, and my lipstick was right there. It's from Cralisa Victoria collection. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish getting ready, and I will see you guys in the car. What's up, YouTube? It's Cralisa Victoria. Let me turn the air off for a second so you guys can hear me. I'm headed out. Life in the day in the life of a realtor. I'm about to get sweaty real quick because the AC is off just for this video, but I am going to go in 200 meters. Hopefully, I don't have to do a voiceover because my GPS is on, but basically I am going to go see a open house right now, a listing from a fellow realtor of mine who is a phenomenal person. But I'm going to turn the AC back on and I'll check back in with you guys later. But this is the beginning of my day in the streets, day in the life of a realtor. Oh, that sun. What's up, YouTube? It's Cralisa Victoria. I am back with another video. If you guys are new to my channel, thanks for tuning in, and if you've already been subscribed, thanks for coming back. I have a really weird setup right now on my camera, but we're back with another video on day in the life of a realtor. I really wish that I could be closer to my ring light, but I decided to set up right here just because I thought that it would give you guys a little bit more of me from this angle. Ugh. Jeez Louise, I'm trying to get proper lighting, but it's just not turning out how I envisioned it. So I hope you guys can see me pretty well. Hopefully if I bring up the camera that way you guys can see. So basically I'm back with another video, real estate, Cralisa Victoria. Make sure you click the like thumbs button, and then thumbs up button, and then make sure that you guys go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Okay, click subscribe. So basically I have pretty much wanted to come on to my channel so that we could talk about a few things. I think one of the most important things to talk about today, if you're in real estate, is getting out there, going to see, you know, different properties, kind of learning new things and exploring different communities. And also the biggest thing, if you have buddies who are in the industries, you have friends, you have you know, anyone who's in the industry and they have listings and they have, you know, different things, I believe that it's very important to go support them. Not only are you going to learn something about what they might have to offer your client, but you, one, show them like, hey, I'm a fan of you. You are on your stuff. You are a boss. Like, just because I'm a boss doesn't mean that I can't recognize another boss. You see what I'm saying? So I definitely think support is crucial. Also, you're in the same industry, so you never know what happens. A deal might come up that they're out of town for months and they can't work the deal, and they're like, well, we're cool, we've been friends, I need somebody to refer this deal to. Let me refer it to my homegirl, or, you know, let me refer it to my homeboy. So it's not always going to go see them for what you can get out of it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying support those who you know or who are in the industry, who you are like this with. Like, so basically I went to go see one of the listing agent on the property that I just went to visit today, and she just looked so gorgeous, but she was out there doing her thing, and it was nice to catch up and just see what she has out there on the market. You know, stop by, let them know, hey, we see you. You're doing good, sis. So So I just think definitely if you know people who are in the industry, and I'm not just saying there's going to be a lot of people who are going to jump in the same industry that you jump in. I'm just talking about genuine souls who have been genuine with you throughout your life, that you never had a bad moment with, that you never, you know what I mean, that you just genuinely support. So I think that was a highlight of my day. Not only did I get to see her today, but I also was able to explore a different community that I have not been in before, that if I have somebody in that area, I could refer to that area. I kind of got a little familiar through my driving in that area on some other divisions that are in there, subdivisions that are in there. So there are pros to going to see people who you know that are in the industry. Also, who knows, I could potentially bring her a buyer. She's a listing agent. I can bring her a buyer. I can now tell the buyers that I do know, hey, there's a listing out here, and not going to say where it's at, but there's a listing out here. Are you interested in potentially checking it out? Do you want to, you know, potentially go into business? And do you want to potentially go into this house? So just because they're your industry friends does not mean that you won't somehow end up in an industry like deal. There could be a deal where I'm on the buy side, she's on the list side, or maybe one day I'm on the list side, she's on the buy side. Like, basically work your network. You work your network, okay? So what you net, what you make versus the people you talk to, network. So take work out of network and then take net out of network. Net, work on your stats. Stack your money. Work with the people who you know, and that's what's going to give you that level field of network. So I definitely think there's pros to going to see your buddies, your homies, your friends, your, you know, ace coon, boons, you know. It's definitely some pros to going to see them and working. And also, just like I said, the biggest thing out of all of what I just said is supporting them like they would support you. I would also say today was, you know, pretty good as far as I picked up the phone. I never get to record like my cold calls or anything like that, or even my leads. I have cold called before, but a lot of times I like to direct market, which, if you all don't know what direct marketing is versus indirect marketing, when I talk on my channel, I don't speak as though you guys are ignorant or you're not intellectual or you're not articulate. I just speak more so at a level of understanding for everybody, so more of an elementary level so that people can understand. And when I explain something, sometimes I like to break down what it means for those people who are not too certain. So when it comes to direct marketing versus indirect marketing is, hey, I'm meeting you through social media, or I'm meeting you through non-direct contact. Direct marketing is directly. I just met you. I seen you in person. I shook your hand. I spoke to you physically. I'm directly in front of you. I am direct marketing. I'm talking about my business and we are sitting here. And then indirect also. Both are excellent ways to grow your business. But I personally love direct market because I have a real connection with you, face-to-face connection with you. I peep your vibe, you peep my vibe, and if we have another conversation, then obviously we were good. You know, we were compatible. So do both. That's how you grow your business. Don't favor one over the other, but just understand when it comes to direct marketing, that allows you to get in front of the person, that allows you to get, you know, into a intellectual conversation with them, you know, be able to read and understand what, are they truly in the market, or are they saying they're in the market and they're not really in the market? To really be in the market, you're ready to be pre-qualified. You're ready to start finding the homes of your dreams. You're ready to find out what your purchasing power is. But to be looking for a home but not in the market might mean you're 6 months to a year out. You might need to fix some things before you're fully in the market. Like, some people say, I'm in the market to buy a home, but until they get with the realtor and find out, like, hey buddy, debt to income ratio is a little too high, I'm gonna need you to talk to the lender and get that down. Obviously, the realtor is not going to be the one to tell you your debt to income is too high. Obviously, if y'all are just speaking in, you know, a generalization, I could say, oh, debt to income is definitely too high. But I'm not the expert when it comes down to telling you what you're going to qualify for versus what you're not. So in a situation like that, you would need to speak to the lender. So basically, let's just run a scenario that you've spoken to the lender. The lender said debt to income ratio is too high. At that moment, are you in the market at that moment? No. Because you need to go fix the debt to income ratio so that you can have a better chance on getting property. And let me tell you one thing, because you're going to meet this, and you're going to meet people like this, agents who are like this. And this video is just back and forth with agent pros, and it's also customer friendly too. When you meet agents, and this is not talking bad about agents, I'm just letting you consumers know. If you have an agent who is in your best interest, they're going to want you to get your credit and everything up to a standard that is high enough to not make you drown in your decisions. What does she mean, drown in your decisions? If you came to me and you had the lowest credit score that they had out there, and you were qualified to get a house, but I knew that your interest and everything was going to be higher, it was going to be a more down payment, it was going to be more things for you to get in a situation of owning, I don't want you in that situation. I want you to come in your best. So have a decent credit score, have your income where it needs to be, have your debt to income ratio where it needs to be. That way, when you get into, you don't have to worry about, having these higher risk percentages and things like that. You want to be seen as less likely to be a risk to the lenders because they feel more confident giving you their money. So I'm not going to want you to go into a deal with a 500 credit score, you know what I mean, when we can up your credit score game and get you better rates, get you better deals, if it means that I have to take 6 months away from that deal so that we can get you to a better spot from here to here, I'm going to build that report and invest that time in you to get to here. I don't want you to be here at that struggling edge where if you would have just paid all your credit card debts and brought the debt to income ratio down, you could have had a better outcome when you purchased your home. I'm going to want you to be here. I'm going to want you to make that decision to be able to put that offer in and get that lending loan and everything like that. I'm going to want you to do that and get the best out of it, not sit here and just pull you into something so you can say you have a house, but really it's under the worst conditions. You see what I'm saying? So the great thing is when you work with me, I definitely have relationships with different businesses and companies and things like that do allow for people to do lease to own programs, to where if your credit and stuff is not to where you want it to be, you have the option to lease that year, and then after that you can purchase that home, or you can say, okay, I've got my stuff together, Cralisa, I would like to just actually go to a different house. I don't want to buy this one, but a year has passed, I fixed my things, I'm going to go to a different house. So there are, different segues around that, and within that lease period, that is sometimes an incentive for people to take the year to get their things together while potentially being in their dream home, because some people end up buying the dream home and some people end up saying, this is not the dream home, but I got my stuff together and I know what I want, and now I can leave this lease and I can go get my home. So there is a lot to it. I know this video is going to be a little bit longer, but this is pretty much customer / client / realtor advice. So it's kind of like both worlds in the same video, and it's fine because it's like, yes, realtors, you want to take a hold of what I said, but as the buyers or the sellers, you also want to know that what I just said in regards to working with people that you know and supporting those different agents who you know is beneficial to you. Because if I give you quality service and I have been friends with them and they are also great agents, if they had to refer you to me, or me, I had to refer you to them, I'm putting you in great hands. They're putting you in great hands. So all across the globe, you're placed in great hands when you are, and you have relationships with other realtors who are honest, have integrity, who are just great people. So I think you end up, she looks so familiar. Oh, okay, I know what this is. TV's on. But anyway, you look a lot better, not physically, but I'm saying it's a lot better when you are handed off to another agent who's going to give you the same quality service that this woman gave you or that this agent gave you. So definitely don't be mad when it comes to things like that, having an agent who passes you off for whatever reason. Maybe they don't work this division of real estate, or maybe they have to go out of town. Be grateful when they refer you to someone that they personally have a relationship with, because chances are you're in great hands, buyers and sellers. Back to the home. So yeah, like there's some things that you need to work on if you know you want to get a house, which buying a home is one of the top 2 things that you will do in your life, like that are major investments. One being college, so education, and the other being purchasing your home. Those are two of the most largest investments that you'll ever make in your life. So when it comes to that, you want to get your ducks in a row, even if it takes time. You know, I'm not one of those agents who is going to feel like, oh no, I got to rush you to the table right now because I'm ready to make money and I'm ready for you to be happy. No, in order for me to see you happy, I want to see you in the best situation. I want to see you raise that credit score so that you can get those better lending opportunities from your lender. You can qualify for a better program and your interest rate can be a good. I want you to have the best outcome. That's just me, honest. And I'm the type of person who, if it's not my best, I'm not trying to give it to you. You know what I mean? I'm not a person who's mediocre. I'm not a person who's going to try to, you know, get around if I don't, you know, like I want to do things the right way. And I also want to make sure that you guys are getting quality service. Shout out to the guys. I can't think of their Instagram or their YouTube names right now, but I see you all post on my videos telling me that you're enjoying my real estate videos. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for tuning in. But anybody have any questions or anything like that, or you know, like this video and you want to ask some things, always feel free to drop comments on the video, and I'll be more than happy to read and try to answer them as best I can. So yeah, like I really wanted to make this video to just tell you guys the importance of having good network and the importance of you as buyers and sellers making sure that you are at the top of your game before you do anything. Right now, it's pretty hot for sellers. Sellers are getting above asking price. So if you're in the market to sell your home, right now is actually a really good time. Just simply because I've run across a lot of listings and people who have listings and they're getting over asking price. Some people 10 to 15, 20,000 over asking price. And it's because it's a hot market right now. You know, there's a lot of buyers and there's fewer sellers sometimes who are willing to sell right now. So, you know, that right now, right there will put you in a hot market. So these sellers have an upper hand on these properties. And some people just are willing to go over asking price because they want to ensure that they beat the other buyers at whatever offer they have. So you all have to consider that too. Now, another thing to also consider is when the appraisals come back, appraiser says the home goes for this. Say the appraiser says the home goes for $200,000, but the agent has it listed at $210,000. Well, in that situation, if you all were to buy the $210,000 house at $210,000, the appraised value is what the lender is going to go off of. They're only going to give you $200,000 on the loan. So that means the additional $10,000 would be coming out of your pocket. So if you ever wanted a house like that appraised at a certain value, they weren't willing to the seller didn't want to give it to you at the appraised value. They wanted to do over the appraised value. Then sometimes, yes, you would have to, if that situation happened, you're going to have to be the one who pay over because the bank is not only going to want to pay for the appraised value. Unless you can get the seller to come down. But sometimes the seller doesn't come down because they know that there's a demand for their home. So also, please realize that. Now, I've had a person who was out of state. We were doing, I had to refer the deal because obviously she's in a different state. I can't work the deal. I had to refer her to another agent. She found that she found her dream home. When she found her dream home, the home come back at, you know, the agent has it listed at whatever, I can't think of the numbers, but let's just make up numbers real quick. So the agent had it listed at $210,000, but the home appraised at, or we'll say, just say the home was listed at $205,000, right? Or $210,000. It was listed at that, but the appraised value come back in the 190s. So obviously my advice to her, take it at the appraised, tell them that you want to take it at the appraised value. If they say no, that's the worst that can happen. That's where we started. If they say yes, you just got you a house that was, you know, over improved for less than that. So it doesn't always work like that. That's what happened. She did that and she got the home for almost $13,000 to $15,000 cheaper because she ended up getting an over improved house for $10,000, $13,000, $15,000 cheaper. But like I said, that doesn't always work because if the seller is adamant about selling at that price point because they know that they're confident they're going to sell it at that price point, then you either go over asking price out of your pocket or you just walk away from it and find another house. So there's a lot that goes into these homes. There's a lot of different intricate details and, you know, things that just surround real estate. But I can assure you, if you will choose me as your agent, obviously I'm not selling you anything, I'm not soliciting you anything. I could just let you know if there's something I don't know, because I don't know everything, I will definitely be making sure to get the answers to you. We have a phenomenal network that backs us. We have phenomenal technology. Company spends over millions of dollars on technology alone. So we have tools and resources to get you what you want. We have a team who, you know, are surrounded by us on a 24/7 basis to be able to assist in certain circumstances. There are a lot of different scenarios that come up in real estate, some that you've never encountered, some that you've encountered before that just might require a lot more attention. So regardless of what your situation is, I can assure that you are going to have an agent who's going to be able to get you those answers. So I hope this video was beneficial. I hope you guys learned something on the agent side and you guys learned something on the consumer side. Real estate is one of the best investments that you'll ever make in your life. Real estate is definitely promising for both consumer and agent. It definitely has its pros. So if you are in the market, congratulations. If you want to be in the market, congratulations. If you don't know why you don't know when, that's fine. You at least think that. And for my people who are renting, I know our circumstances are different. You have the renters who, I'm just not ready to settle in a state. I'm young. I want to go here and there, and I don't think it's smart to have a property right now. Very smart, because like I said, when I was 19, 20, I graduated college at 20, right? I could have bought a home, but I didn't buy a home. Why? Because I was back and forth going state to state whenever I felt like it. If I felt like there's something for me to learn in this state, I'll pack up and I'll move and I'll go get the wisdom, the knowledge, and everything that I needed to learn without fearing that I'm leaving a place of comfort. In order to excel and to be great, you have to go outside of your comfort zone. You have to take risks. If you never go outside of your comfort zone, you will never, ever obtain the things that are really meant for you that were outside of that comfort zone. You can't stay comfortable. It's in the places where you grow, where you're planted, and you're uncomfortable, that you gain the most experience and that you become the best version of yourself. I'm not speaking on it because I think that sounds right. I'm speaking on it because I've done that. When I graduated from high school, I went out of state to college. When I went out of state, I learned so many different things that I probably never would have grasped being local. The dependency, I was always an independent individual, even younger. But I'm just saying, being away, you don't know anybody. You have to start networking. You have to make friends. You have to do all of that. And it's uncomfortable. It puts you, I mean, obviously, yes, I can walk up to you and have a great conversation, but it's still an uncomfortable feeling when it's just you there. But the growth and the development that I obtained throughout that time, I can't even speak on how it has changed me and made me as a person, because I was able to go outside of my comfort zone and go get what I deserved. So I'm saying all that to say, at 19, 20 years old, no, I didn't want to buy a house at that moment because I didn't think it made sense. It made sense to own, yes, but at that time, I wasn't at a place where I'm like, oh, I can just get this property, not be staying there, and then rent it out. No, I needed to be trying to have a place to stay. So renting was good for me because it gave me the flexibility to come and go to different complexes as I felt. And also, when I wanted to move to a different state, I can move. When you're in a home, that's more of a permanent decision, especially when you're looking for your home. So I wasn't ready. Now I'm at this age. Yes, I want to get I want to have multiple properties, and yes, I can have a permanent location. And yes, you know what I mean? Because this is where I'm at in this stage of my life. I can do this. Before, I just had too much I needed to do. I still have a lot on my plate now, but before, I had way more on my plate because I needed to establish myself and get into the world outside of undergraduate college. My degree is up to an MBA right now. I am planning on getting either my master's in law, or I'm going to be getting a JD, which is your Juris Doctor for law school and all of that. I'm not certain what I'm going to do at this moment. I'm thinking master's in law, and eventually down the road, if I have the time to do law school, maybe I will do law school. But if I never get to law school and I never done law school, I will at least have my MA in law, and that will be my background, and it will allow for me to do certain things as it pertains to law, and also just strengthen me on the law side of things, even though I will be a practicing realtor for a while. I have my goals, and it's just a very good industry for me. It suits me. It's for me, and I've always been one of those people who never seen ceilings. I've never seen ceilings, and I've always been able to bring something to the table. So this is just for me, might not be for you. A lot of people are interested in the real estate game. They hear it's a lucrative industry, but let me be clear. If you're not a natural hustler, or you're not someone who just have the gift of gab and just have that personality for this industry, you're not going to thrive. First of all, a lot of people enter into the real estate industry, but not that many people survive. At one point, I think it was like less than 20%, maybe 13% or something around those numbers that actually get in real estate and survive. The majority of people who get in real estate do not survive. They have licenses, but they're not practicing. They have licenses, but they're, or they're licensed, they terminate them. So don't think by hearing it's a lucrative field that it means that, oh, I'm going to walk into a salary type of job and I'm just going to get paid and all of that. No, you have to work for every dollar you make. The great thing about not having ceilings in a career is not having the ceiling. But in order to go through the ceiling, it's up to you. So I know this video is going to be long, but I think that I put out some juicy points for you all as it pertains to just agent side versus buyer-seller side. So make sure you guys follow me on my social media platforms. My main social media is Cralisa Victoria. So go ahead, check me out on Instagram at Cralisa Victoria. Go ahead and shoot me a follow. If you have any questions on this video, make sure you comment below. If you're in the market, let's talk. It doesn't matter what state you're in. I could get you connected to an agent. Or if you're local, I have a phenomenal referral system, and I also have a phenomenal system to work with local buyers and sellers. Know anyone who's looking for a home, no matter who they are, just refer them to me. Refer them to me. The best thing that you can do is send me referrals. Obviously, I want you to hear my content as well, but that's one of you say, well, how can I help your business grow? Send me a referral. Send me somebody who you know. Send me a friend, send me a cousin, send me an aunt. Doesn't matter who it is. Send me someone you know, and my business will grow that way. And if you're in a certain business, and I know of your business, I could send people your way. It's referral. It's networking. Met a lady today in Dunkin. Quick story. I was in Dunkin getting my my hot coffee, which hot coffee and almond milk, no cream, no sugar. Let's be clear. I was getting my coffee, and they called the lady order. They were like medium water and small coffee, and she's like, okay, hold on 1 second. She's sitting down in the middle of the meeting. So I picked up their drinks, got them a straw, and I took it over to their table. And she's like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. She was just like, do I owe you a tip? She was just joking, but she was like, where do you work? Or what do you do? She saw me, my badge and everything, and I told her, I'm a realtor, blah, blah, blah. And she's just like, oh my gosh, that's so cool, blah, blah, blah. And she started telling me about her business, which is a cleaning business. She gave me a card, I gave her a card. And I've already potentially got her a referral, but she has my card now too, so she can refer people to me. So that's just the power of, and I never even did it with the intentions of, if I give her these drinks, I'm going to get something in return. I did it out of the goodness of my heart. She was sitting down in the middle of a meeting. She couldn't get her drinks. I was standing there waiting for my drink. What's so difficult about me picking up her drinks to give them to her because she couldn't get to them? Nothing. But in return, I end up getting a business card, end up meeting her, and she's the owner. She's the owner of the businesses, of the cleaning companies. It's not that I met the worker, I met the owner. So I meet the owner, she gets my business card, I get her business card, and it's just like, whoa. So now at this point, I have her business card. I'm going to follow up with her, tell her it was awesome meeting her today. But that's just the power of networking. The power of networking. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. And until next time, I'll see all of you lovely, beautiful people in my next video. And sis, just go get you some Dunkin' Donuts. Okay? Get you some Dunkin' Donuts. Thumbnail, guys. Thumbnail. Should I be drinking it? What do y'all think? I always think it's so funny when I'm recording because I'm just like, y'all are going to end up seeing probably one of these thumbnails and I have to do all of this in the video. Such a character. Okay, guys, I'm just gonna end the video. If I can get a thumbnail out of this, great. If I can't, I'll just take a separate picture because at this point, I'm doing too much. See y'all in the next video.
It's only 11 something.